So about a month ago, I was walking around in the backyard and I stepped on something, and I thought it was just a hole or something which the dog had dug. So I looked underneath, and there was all this like sandy stuff. And then I sort of looked a bit back and had all these ants all over me, and I realised I just stepped on an ant hill. And because I was scratching for some sort of point of mapping to follow, I started tracing the ant hills, and I realised they were everywhere. So I started mapping the connections between the different ant hills and where they're located in the space of the backyard, and I realised they're right next to the edges of the pavers. So you've got the grass, and then you've got the pavers, and then you've got the mint, which sort of overgrows and hangs over the pavers. So I followed all of that, and about 20 seconds later, Dad mowed it all over, and everything was gone. No ant hills, and all the mint was trimmed back, and so you had the grass, and then you had the big gap between the pavers, and then there was the mint, and everything was separated again. So I just sort of left it. So then when I went out again and looked to try and find some anthills, I couldn't really find any, and then I looked a bit closer, and I realised they'd started building all the anthills inside the actual gap between the pavers and the grass, and rather than going up and into the ground, they just went straight in on the side, which was really interesting. And then I did the same thing. I just looked, and there was heaps of them. They went all along the side of the grass. So I followed this for a week or so, and it was a really rainy week, so everything grew really quickly, and I started to realise all the mint started hanging over the gap between the grass and the pavers, and the grass sort of formed a little roof over the pavers, so when I looked underneath the mint, there was no anthills there anymore. And then I started realising that the anthills popped up back on the grass again. So it's like there's like this system of when I cut the grass and do the edges, I keep the ants underneath the grass and give them an access point, and the mint stays off the grass so the ants don't eat the mint, and it flourishes and grows on top of itself rather than on top of all the bugs. And it's like this three-way process of reciprocity.